Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the Energy Table. We're here with Madame Orange and myself, Leeroy Zozo.
Greetings, greetings.
And season 2,
Season 3.
season 3, my bad. Season 3 of the Energy Table. And today, we're going to focus on Madame Orange. Because everybody's speaking, she's allowing a space for everyone, but who holds a space for Madame Orange? Because look at her. Look at Madame Orange. Ay, entertain herself. Look at her.
Bless you.
Down from the top of the head, the beautiful, nice orange hair, and the cowrie shells with the face paint and the
It's
little
gonna get me to
diamonds,
blush.
the orange diamonds on the left side of her eyes, all the way down to her earrings, the way she does her lips and
I
her
do
jewelry.
my thing. I do my thing.
Come on, man. I didn't even get past the jewelry part, You guys should see her shoes as well.
Thank you.
But
Leroy.
all of that is how she presents herself and is surface for other people. But it's an open canvas to invite you in. And today we're gonna find out really what paints and hues you have inside you, which I don't know about you guys, but I'm certainly excited to know.
And I'm excited to share.
So I wanted to ask you, out of everything we've heard of you and seen of you and so forth, what does your world look like? What is Madame Orange's world? How is it painted? How is it shown? What colors are there? What's the vibrations? What sounds are there? How do you navigate it?
What a question.
Oh, it's a big one. It's a biggie.
And I feel like it's a big one because I feel like it's hard to maybe expect a simple answer to be understood because I just know I'm not the very ordinary type. In my spirit, I seek freedom, which I feel it's above anything else. As a woman, as a diasporan, it's something that I've had to humble myself to realize that the world is not necessarily wired to hold space for freedom seekers.
Oh.
Even though it's been historically a journey humans have undergone and navigated, but it seems to be, every environment again is trying to diminish the necessity of freedom, of identity, necessity of expression, freedom of expression, freedom in growth, and freedom in choosing for yourself, changing your mind. All of these things.
Freedom creates leaders. Freedom creates people that come out of the norm, right? And so in a society where people have to essentially all work together and go within certain rules, I guess you can understand why people would find that, what's the word I'm looking for? Not challenging, but kind of scary,
Unpredictable.
But you've grown out of that. You're like a flower, a beautiful flower that comes out the concrete. That's defied all of that.
It's the bursting out of the concrete that is. I feel like it's very it's very misunderstood. It's like people invest into the concrete, not understanding that we come from nature. And concrete also serves a purpose, but it's not supposed to be a consistent it shouldn't be a foundation. Does it make sense? So breaking out of it and seeing others breaking out of it and reading it in history books, reading it in the Bible, breaking out of concrete, which is society, which is belief systems, which is sometimes cultural attributes, gender roles. There's so many varieties of concrete, thicknesses of concrete. It's almost like the world seems to only exist with concrete. So my world's been an interesting one where I try and learn tools on how to soften concrete, how to complement concrete, how to use concrete, how to provide for concrete, realizing I just can't. I cannot. I need to break through and connect with the ones that break through to create a new norm. It's been interesting.
The journey,
It's been an interesting journey. It's become a life, a lifestyle.
learning curves as well.
It's part of the lifestyle. I feel like my life's like a lifestyle that's not really is defined just by a diet. It can be a diet, nourishment for your spirit, for your mind. I think that is like my lifestyle's all about observing, monitoring, reprogramming, reflecting, questioning my mind and the people that my mind attracts and the life, the vision that my mind projects outwards. And the voice that changes through my mind, the stories that my head speaks on. You know, these things. It's a lifestyle. I feel like being human is supposed to be more of a personalized lifestyle that you need to make it very specific for yourself, and I need to make it very specific for myself because there's so much diversity, right? And find commonality in like your heart space, your intentions, and advocate for that, raise children with that on the forefront. And yeah, I think I'm going to be doing that until I die.
It almost feels like you create as you live, but your creation is through the people that you meet, the energy that you put out, and the things that you embody through that. As in, it almost feels like you've embodied creation, you know?
Because I feel like because I interact with creation itself, I don't isolate to avoid the journey. I initiate embarking the journey over and over and over and over and over again, and enter spaces that I then filter out understanding and people, and then I move. And it's like there's a trail behind me of people feeling misunderstood when it is, yeah, it's a trail of misunderstood persons. And I feel like in a world where truth is avoided, being truth is I'm going to be misunderstood. You know what does it mean? If you bring, do you know what I mean? Like if you bring something into a space that is avoided, it's very I that's what I've learned. That's how, you know, that's how what I've learned is not something that I can expect every human in the world to already be equipped to understand what I understand, to see what I have seen, and have tried what I have tried. So it's almost like I will open a door to give others a glimpse of something.
What glimpse would you give them? What's the
My world, you know, the world of frequency, the world of
truth?
truth with yourself only. Separating the world from yourself intentionally and not fearing others' needs not to be met by your choice. It's a beautiful one. That I'm learning to equip myself as a Black woman is so powerful. I feel like I've accomplished so much for me and the ones connected to me. It's like a muscle that I'm sharpening and didn't even know I needed that. But yeah, like knowing where to not taking the experience personally because the world is changing. It's deep, man. It's deep. And I
We're
know
here
you
for it.
understand, but then I forget we are streaming.
But we're here for it.
Yeah. It's an interesting place. I'm very misunderstood. I'm loved, but very misunderstood.
I think there's no matter what happens, when you're that flower that comes out the concrete, no matter what plant you are, there's gonna be some misunderstanding somewhere. Truth enables you to shine light and articulate through it so people can have a chance to understand. But I feel like being misunderstood has a way of setting you apart from the places that you don't necessarily belong or fit in, but it creates another
Pathway, I guess.
that's right, another pathway for you to find something that does understand, someone that does understand.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like the misunderstanding usually is an indicator of seasons ending, because it's also to accept others' limitations, to allow that to be their journey and not to have that projection of opinion to say you got to be different so I can stay your friend, because the way you are is supposed to be right for you. So you shall be on your path because that is what you choose to do.
No matter what happens, at some point with someone, there's going to be a misunderstanding. But truth and communication will help to illuminate that, right?
Yeah, but it also has to be a mutual thing. Remember, the society is not really about truth. And when you share your truth and a level of acceptance, because I feel like it's so important that people choose to do certain things, not because they fear outcomes. And I'm always that reflection. I always choose for myself and I don't fear the outcome. And when I'm met with a more limited mind, maybe someone less in the field of having experienced a variety, to have more confidence to attempt to work with the truth. I just find that if I was to defend myself and want to convince another of me being right, I'm doing what society does, which is imposing. I'm not allowing you to choose. But when I choose that what it is that I'm witnessing is not in alignment, because by nature it's creating irritation and you don't have the natural response to seek the same direction within yourself, then it's not for me to redirect you. Because I don't know why you are the way you are. It's not for me to define you as right or wrong, as correct or incorrect, but I can just share how suitable we are. And I find that is very misunderstood, that attribute, that unconditional sense to connect with another without dependency or conditions. I find that it's quite rare, and that is what's heartbreaking, because it's like I can't not be me. It's like I love people. I love them so much, and it's like I wasn't raised in environments that were accepting me, because I've been me my whole life, and this truth, the necessity to live in my truth, to bring up the fearful thoughts in environments that I thought should want that. I quickly learned that the reaction to that is someone feeling intimidated, regardless of how you feel towards them. It's just your state of being does things to them without them wanting to. And I also learned early that most of the time people are very oblivious to that. So they don't mean to do that. And you shining your light louder would make them feel smaller. So I've made a journey realizing that I'm not like this to dim myself more and fit in, but I'm like this to do something about it, to help something in the reflection with me. But yeah, as a woman and a mom, it's not the easiest shoe to walk in, to have that effect on people, Yeah, because it's also they deserve it. They deserve the other side. So I don't want to hesitate and not expose them or not plant those seeds because they're choosing me. Their spirit chooses me, but their human repels me. It's an interesting game on the soil.
Dynamic. What's it been taught and what you've been what's it been taught and what you've been how you've been grown up, the fundamentals that's been drilled into the people. How where did your journey start? Where did you grow up?
I was born in Germany.
Ah ouais? Guten
I
Tag.
speak German.
Yeah. Can you imagine?
Fließend.
Yeah.
But I was born in Germany.
First language?
First language.
Is German?
German.
Me no. Ah ouais.
And then came Tigrinya, which is our mother tongue in Eritrea.
To Kenya, you said?
Tigrinya.
Tigrina.
And I went to Saturday school. We learned the language and the writing was really cool. But yeah, so I grew up in Germany in the 80s in a very small town near Frankfurt called Gießen. And I think I had a great childhood when it comes to my social life. I learned how to interact with people, how to compliment, how to put a smile on people, how to comfort insecurities, because in the 80s there was not a lot of black people in Germany. So there's a lot of fearful people. So I learned to comfort people, to please people, right? And understand how I can benefit doing that. I come from a household of 3 children, my parents. Interesting dynamic of my parents. I think of that generation can be quite common. Submissive mother, father, not struggling, but really working hard to try and make sense. Confused with culture, I would say. Sorry, Daddy. But it's just the complexity of coming from a place, navigating a new country, having a woman navigating the same, new children. It's like it's all a bit much to try and embody, I think, for my father, like the fantasy I had of what kind of father he would have been. And my mother the same. And then being that child and walking around with those expectations that you now have to embody. So it was an interesting experience. My family's not very big on truth speaking. But it makes sense to me.
How did you develop that?
This is why my voice is the way it is. I'm also the youngest. So I've observed a lot growing up and learned a lot, I thought, from what I should not do and what I could try differently. And I had all my friends and their families to also study. I love humans. I'll be around humans all my life. And cultures will not hold me back. I'll be in a room with a different culture and it can be 200 of them. I'll enjoy myself and embrace it and take it as like an opportunity to be like in their country. So it's been a beautiful journey, but also very limiting because it's Germany and I'm a free spirit. So I ran away at 19. Not ran away, like towards with my parents, but when it comes to what I was doing, you know, my school, my friends, my situationships, my everything, I was just like, I'm leaving.
Mm.
And it took a few days to plan everything and came here.